Well, my name's Tj Griffin. I'm the founder of the Vision program and the co-founder of Creative Hope Studios. I'm an entrepreneur, at-risk youth advocate, and I'm a part of juvenile justice reform as well. I had this idea, and it was a big idea. Talked to my wife about it, talked to some friends about it, and everybody was like, that is just great, but how are we gonna do this? At that time, my pastor, which is Don Hackett at First Presbyterian Church in Lancaster, had told me, you should look into SCORE. So what is that? Now, mind you, I'm only a few years away from the streets and very rough around the collar. And he says, this retired executives that can teach you how to start a business. I'm like, retired executives, it sounds good. Like, wow. But then, of course, I got very intimidated and scared. It was very hard for me to make that call and go out of my comfort zone to call someone that's so far removed from my culture and my surroundings. Why would I go show up to why would these guys spend any time with me, listen to my idea? I know nothing about business. So I had to have the courage to make that call. So how'd it go? It went really good. I walked in, intimidated. My wife came with me as well, and I shared my idea. And he actually laughed and said, I don't understand how this will work. Tell me more. So he wasn't getting it at first, but he was honest. As I explained it, the gentleman said, now that makes sense. From that point, I said, how do I start this? What do I need to do? First thing he said is you need a business plan. And we began the business plan process. This is not where I'm efficient in, and it's not what I do well in. I'm more of a visionary that comes up with ideas. And now I gotta look at these numbers. It's not what I'm good at. But it was nice to have him sit beside us with me and my wife and go through this and show us how to do it. So he walked us through the business plan process, which was the main ingredient to making this thing work that I never thought about before. Once I seen the numbers and we broke it down, he showed us how we could be profitable and how this thing would work. And then we realized we have something here that's doable. So yes, it was super helpful. Yeah, we launched the business. The business ended up launching. We got some local press, we got some national press. We teamed up with some recording artists in the hip hop music and hip hop genre. Some major artists, more 90s era, but we actually had some success in that until, things happened as an entrepreneur. But we did very well in the beginning with that company. Having somebody that was very successful, retired executives, very successful financially in business world, look at my idea and nod his head and said, I would do that. Like, I would get that. And to have somebody of that level of success believe in me was huge. It did something for me. Went home that night and realized, man, we do have something. This guy was he was being authentic in his belief in what we had, but he seems excited. And that lit a fire under me that I didn't know I had until that. So that was a very unexpected thing that happened with SCORE. We are taught a lot of times in our culture not to copy. I think it's great to be a copycat as long as you're copying the right cat. So if you have these successful men and women here that have the roadmap, to say, here, copy what I'm doing so you can get what I got. Make the call. The truth of the matter is the mentorship's actually free. You can call on someone that has success, that knows how to get to the dollar bill, get to the bag and be successful, and call them and ask questions. It's invaluable. But we hear the word free, sometimes we feel there's a catch or there's no value there. I'm here to tell you that's not true. You can look at my track record from getting into business to where we and my wife have grown now and started with SCORE. So make the call, face that fear, and go copy someone that's been successful.